Well, hello, friends. Thank you for hanging out with me for just a couple of minutes. And it may be more than a couple minutes. Just let me preface that. It may be several minutes. We've got some really important things we want to make sure that you're aware of. And I want to be very, very, very clear about this upcoming Sunday. And also just to make sure that you know that we need your help in making this Sunday the adaptation, the flexibility that we're going to ask you to really employ to help us make that a part of our community for the next several days. So as many of you are already aware, as at this very moment, I'm recording this on Friday morning, they are laying down the new carpet in the sanctuary, but it will not be finished by Sunday morning. There was a delay in the crew getting here, something beyond their control. This was a probability that we knew that may happen, and so we started to communicate that to some of our leaders on Monday evening and Tuesday morning. You received word of that in your weekly email on Wednesday, and I want to reemphasize that today and just give you a little bit more details and instructions for Sunday. First, I just want you to know that this is an opportunity. One of our lay leaders mentioned that this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to really be flexible, to understand that we are people of adaptation, that what it means to be the church should never, and this may not land on all of you the same way, it should never be tied to a certain time and a certain place. Although we give God we give God thanks for the fact that we have a sanctuary and that we have this beautiful, holy place that we've been blessed with. But worship is not contingent on it. And so we're going to have to do some changes and be flexible this week. And I'm asking you to embrace that. I'm asking you to understand that being flexible is a part of life. And that we will continue to be the community together. We will continue to worship together. We will continue to do life as God has instructed us as a church here at St. Paul's. So with that in mind, just want to walk through a couple of things that you probably are already somewhat aware of, but I want to give you more and more detail. We will worship at normal time this week at 10:30 a.m. We will worship in a throwback style. Here we are. We're in the fellowship hall. And for some of you that have been here for over 40, maybe some of you all 51 years of our life together, at St. Paul's life, you remember what it was like to worship in this space. This was the very first house of worship on this property. And so we will use it in the same way. And so please come, 10:30 a.m. A couple of things about that for the rest of the campus. Sunday school will still meet. It meets at 8:30. It will conclude around 9:30 a.m. This week, they are starting a new series looking at the book of Ephesians, and that will take place beginning at 8:30 and at 9:30. We hope that you will come and be a part of that. You don't need to purchase anything. You just need to come. We've got incredible leadership there that's going to help lead you through the book of Ephesians over the next several weeks, and we hope that you will come and be a part of that, and that is for youth age and older at 8:30 a.m. Now, around 9:30 a.m., we're going to have this room kind of turned over. We'll set up chairs, and we will have, Jonathan will be here, and we'll get piano set up and make sure that we have music and all those wonderful things. And then we will still have hospitality. Please know this. We understand how important it is to be together. Even before 10:30 a.m., that worship really starts when you enter into this campus, and it often starts with hospitality and connecting and greeting and loving folks. So as of right now, the plan is to still utilize the narthex for that. So the narthex will be open, there'll be coffee, there'll be refreshments. Please come at your normal time and enjoy that space. And I know you're going to want to peek into the sanctuary, and you're welcome to do that. We don't need you walking in the sanctuary. It's not going to be safe. But you can, of course, peek in there and see the progress being made. Then we will worship at 10:30 a.m. here. We will still have nursery for those nursery age, 5 years and younger. We will still have children's church. Now, children's church usually meets in here, but it will return to the preschool area and utilize the preschool classroom this particular week. So just know that all that is going to continue to be a part of our life for this particular Sunday. So with that in mind, let us embrace this. Let us see this as an opportunity, and we're going to have a really, really good time. A couple things. We will attempt to live stream from this space, but let me give you some caveats about that. The way the internet signal works here, this is kind of the end of the line of the internet signal. We do think that we will have sufficient internet signal to live stream from here. It just may not be quite as strong and as consistent as what we're used to in the sanctuary, okay? But we're still going to work to make that happen for you. Now, because the infrastructure is different in this room, the audio, the sound quality will be different. It will not be as consistent. You just need to know that, all right? We don't have a sound system for this room that orients itself to the live stream, so it will literally just be the devices that we're going to be picking up sound from the room. So it will be a different audio experience if you're going to be live streaming with us this Sunday. So just know that. Those of you that depend on the hearing assist system, it will not be available this Sunday because of our location change. We apologize for that, but we just don't have the infrastructure in this building or the availability to move that system here. So just know all of those caveats. But friends, let's see this, let's embrace this, let's trust that God is going to continue to move and do something in and through our community as God is faithful to do each and every Sunday. So that's a lot. I've kept you almost 7 minutes now. We have lots of other things that are happening, that are being birthed. I don't want to go into all of those in this particular video because of the location changes and the importance of that. But please be connected with us. Please be here if you can be here on Sunday morning. Please join us on the live stream with the flexibility of knowing that it will be a little bit different than usual. We want to keep you plugged in and celebrate the opportunity that we have. We are making really needed changes and for our future here on campus, and that causes us to be flexible this week, and we embrace it, and I pray that you do as well. All right? Grace and peace to you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I just hope, if you're still with me, almost 8 minutes in, that you would commit to being here. It has been a week, all right? Not just logistically on this campus, but just in our world. And we need to be together. We as the church need to be together. And we're going to talk probably a little openly and honestly about that this week as we enter into worship. And we hear again about the call to receive the waters of baptism, what that means. We'll look at a particular text of the first Gentile, the first outsider, the people that were not in the right tribe or believed the right things or had it all put together, but that they were welcomed in what God was doing and how they were called to baptism through a man named Cornelius. And so we're going to read from the book of Acts, and we're going to kind of reorient ourselves to that understanding and ask some questions of ourselves as what does it mean for us to both remember our baptisms, for some of you maybe anticipate your baptism, and what does that really mean, and why are we called to that, and why is that an integral part of the ordering of our spiritual lives as sacramental people. And so I'm hopeful that you will be with us so that we can engage that conversation in this particular season of life, because it is so needed. It is so needed to be reminded of who and whose we are, because we see in more places than we care to count and to realize how much that is needed today. So let's do that together this Sunday. Grace and peace to you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you.